We kick things off with cattle manure. It certainly has the ability to improve soil health and provide yield stability and reliability. Manure contains an abundance of macro and micronutrients that are essential for plant growth. However, in order to achieve a sustainable and reliable yield, it's important to optimize the use of both manure and inorganic fertilizer nutrients. That's why over the last month, Nebraska Extension has been hosting in-person land application training sessions in order to discuss how to best use manure on your operation. The Nebraska Department of Environment and Energy is the entity responsible for issuing permits for animal feeding operations across the state of Nebraska, as they require all manure handling operations to have permits to receive annual training as part of that permit requirement.
And so we cover a number of topics in our land application training, the basics of nutrient value in manure, why should we sample, how should we sample manure, same with soil sampling. And then we get more into that decision making. Where should I apply this manure to have the most positive impact on my cropping system and to get the most value out of manure? And so that's really where we've changed that program in the last few years, is focusing more on the decision-making aspect than just the science behind livestock manure use and management and movement in the environment. And so just kind of helping farmers talk through those different scenarios and make decisions based on more than just what field is closest and what's the quickest method or route for getting this manure applied to the field. We really want them to make those decisions based on the value of the manure, the quality of that land, and the improvements that they want to see in their soil on different fields.
While utilizing manure has its benefits, it isn't a silver bullet by any means. Manure application isn't meant to replace inorganic fertilizers. Instead, manure is meant to enhance the benefits of inorganic fertilizers. This training also dove into the importance of soil testing to determine where producers will get the most value out of their added manure on their respective operations.
We typically look at manure as a complement to inorganic fertilizer, not necessarily a replacement, because it has a lot of soil quality, positive impacts on soil quality. We see greater aggregate stability in our soil. So when the soil particles are larger, it's harder for rain and wind to erode those from the soil surface. And when those soil particles are eroded, they can carry nutrients to water bodies off of the field. And so if we can improve that aggregate stability, we can see some reductions in nutrient transport and erosion from our fields. We also see better water infiltration, better water holding capacity. And one of the biggest benefits of manure over inorganic fertilizer, I mentioned how inorganic fertilizer is readily available to the plants right away. Organic fertilizer, the organic nitrogen in particular in manure, becomes available over time. And so it's a slow release fertilizer. And it tends to move through the soil profile less quickly and less easily than inorganic nitrogen. And so, we think about our nitrate issues with groundwater in the state. One of the ways that we would like to see farmers begin addressing that is through the use of organic fertilizers to complement their inorganic fertilizer use and improve soil structure, soil nutrient cycling, and those other processes that promote or reduce the leaching of nitrogen through the soil profile.
Now, if you haven't had the chance to participate in one of these training sessions, you do have one more opportunity coming up on Tuesday, March 28th at the Platte County Extension Building located in Columbus, Nebraska. This session will begin at 9 a.m. and will include an update on regulations and discussions on how to best utilize manure on your operation. If you'd like some more information, or if you have any questions, you're encouraged to contact Leslie Johnson. Her information is posted at the bottom of your screen now.